Peace and love, family. It's Con One. It's November the 9th, 11/9. Two beautiful divine numbers. I know folks would think, okay, he's probably about to talk about that presidential election, or selection, may I say. Man, regardless who won that hoe, I ain't gonna give it all my energy like that, because I'm gonna do my thing regardless. And I encourage you to stay focused on doing what you were doing regardless before all this presidential hoopla, you know what I'm saying? All these shenanigans and stuff. So, what I wanted to really talk about is, don't let stuff like this distract you from real life issues going on. Like Standing Rock. You know, these corporations, regardless Trump or Hillary Clinton, if they would have won, either one wouldn't have been trying to stop Standing Rock, you know, the pipelines from going through and contaminating waters and disrespecting sovereign, you know, Indian, or may I rephrase that, it's indigenous natives of the land, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless which one of them won, they ain't trying to stop Monsanto. You know, they don't care about labeling GMOs. Either one, both of them would have been wouldn't have been for getting back to nature. None of them was for like renewable energy and stuff. They both wasn't trying to legalize marijuana. So it's like, I really ain't care. That's why I'm not all bothered and stuff like a lot of people, because I'm staying focused on, I'm keeping my shovel in my hand. You know, I'm keeping my my mind focused on the goal of what it's been focused on. You know, liberating off of this hamster wheel, shifting back to nature. You know, natural order. You know, of how to do things. You know, not depending on the system at all. You know, they trying to focus on building up a system that's designed is meant to crumble anyways, which it will real soon. It's gonna crumble. You know, so it's like the only thing that's really solid and solid foundation and universal balance that's not gonna tip over is getting back to nature, man. The oneness of nature. And it's gonna be a big blow regardless. Everybody's gonna feel it. But the most solid thing is universal oneness and harmony, and being in sync with nature. Not investing your time and your stocks in this government, you know, in this system that was built unbalanced and built biased. Like, it's just not, you know, it's not gonna last much longer. It's not. It's about to tip over. It's a tipping point. So, yeah. You know, I stand with Standing Rock. I wish I was there right now. But, you know, things that they distract us from. You know, the chemtrails. We need to we need to stop the, you know, we gotta stop these manipulations and these propagandas and stuff and everything they using to distract us. We gotta stop that from shifting our focus from what they, you know, the illusions that they have us tuned into, and we gotta shift it to what really counts. You know what I'm saying? We gotta redirect the focus. And you know, regardless, you know, I know, like, my dad was worried about gun laws and stuff like that. If a certain person, I think if, what's the name, would have won, Clinton or whatever. I try not to even get into the politics. I know some folks that say you got to be divergent and well-rounded and know all that stuff too. I know politicians they're all crooked, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all crooked. It's not to me, politicians are like the police. You know what I'm saying? Because it's they all, as long as they're working within the system and they're trying to serve the system and be a part of the system, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and all that shit, then is crooked, it's corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Because the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, all that shit was made by a whole bunch of slave masters, slave owners and shit. So, you know, that same Constitution and all that stuff, Bill of Rights and all that shit talking about melanated beings are 3/5 of people and all kinds of bullshit, man. It's like, nah, man. I don't mess with none of that shit. So, you know, I feel like we got morality naturally within us if we choose to activate it and tune in. You know, if we choose to become interconnected and get in sync, you know, and look at each other as mirrors, you know what I'm saying, with more empathy and understanding and stuff, then we could really lock arms and build, you know, and recognize that we all got a common goal, regardless what our differences, you know, our little petty indifferences or whatever are, you know what I'm saying. We all need to have clean water. We all need to breathe fresh air. We all should be eating real foods. And we also have knowledge of what foods we're supposed to be eating, because certain foods affect certain emotions. Like we should have a whole different structure of teaching methods, you know, teaching the youth and everything like that, because these public schools they indoctrinate us, and it's like a programming thing. It's not really true knowledge of self that's being taught. You know what I'm saying? They just teach the youth what to learn, not how to learn. You know, we need better family structures. Like a lot of things that these presidents they ain't gonna fix shit. We gotta fix it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we should vote for nature and vote for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And we need to get shit done ourselves. It's not on anybody. It's not on Jesus coming to save us. It ain't about some president coming and making America so-called great again, even though it never was great. Ever since the Pilgrims came, it never was great, because there's been nothing but wars, you know what I'm saying, and nothing but some bullshit. So yeah. And to those that don't like my videos and don't feel it, it's all good, man, because I'm not speaking against you. I don't got nothing against you. I'm not mad at you. You know, I do these videos because this is just my preference of where I'm at with it, how I see things, from how I've connected the dots, you know, in a very humble, unbiased way. Just, you know, trying to be open-minded and universal, but just expressing how I see it, you know. And I don't wanna, my goal isn't to disrespect anybody. It's just to speak on, like, look, it's another angle to consider. Just try to feel where I'm coming from. Have some empathy, man. Try to feel me instead of just being against, like, nah, he's wrong. What the fuck is wrong with this dude, man? He tripping. Like, you know, just try to not be closed-minded, you know what I'm saying, and just listen. Try to understand try to understand and understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, it's so many things, like, you know, the chemicals in the waters, the shit in the sky, the foods, the schools, the media programming, you know, certain repetition, you know, that's just planting them seeds in our subconscious. We need a whole systematic change, not just one person changing for president. Like, the whole structure needs to crumble. You know, it needs to be a whole crumble of the whole structure that's been going on since 1776 or whatever. All that shit needs to crumble, and, you know, we need to start back, just completely refresh and restart. You know, and that's my views on it. That's my take on it. And like I said, this wasn't just about, I ain't no politician, and this ain't just about Trump winning that shit yesterday, because, I mean, nature gonna take her course regardless. and them folks been selected. If you look at that Simpsons episode, like back in 2000, whenever he's on that escalator thing going down, waving his hand up and doing this, and then the person behind dropping a sign and stuff, and then that really happened in 2015. Like, come on, that shit don't be coincidences, man. Like they got everything calculated, the algorithms and stuff, because that's how they know how we're gonna react. So that's why they do certain things, because they programmed us and conditioned us to be reactionaries. You know what I'm saying? They could pull our strings literally like a puppet. That's why I say we gotta cut them strings off and do what they don't expect. Do the unexpected. They expect us to respond and react emotionally in certain ways and stuff, however they push the buttons. So, we gotta take our power back, and stop empowering them folks to have the power to use us against us for their favor. Because as long as we do that, then we're forever gonna be enslaved to them. We forever gonna be passenger riding slaves, and we're gonna let the parasites take control of our steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? Because they some pirates, man. It's time for a mutiny. Damn it, for real, man. It's time for a mutiny. And because they're really the mutants, though. Well, they got us mutant. Like they got us. Well, I'll say it like this: they got us alienated. Them powers and principalities got us alienated from being humane. Humanity, and the human, like just the laws of humans, and like our cosmic, like just how things are supposed to go. How we supposed to treat each other right, and just do unto others. And the way of things working, so we could fulfill our true purpose. Our true purpose ain't always, I know throughout history of humanity, it's always been wars and all that stuff, but that's because of being disconnected and not being in tune, in harmony and stuff. So once humanity as a whole, as a collective, which I know is dual nature and it's always a duality within the oneness. So yeah, it's always gonna be some conflict. I'm not saying that's not the case, but we just gotta get our mind right, man. We gotta get focused. When I say we, of course, I'm talking about myself as well. I'm never excluding Con One. I'm never excluding me. So we gotta get it right, man. For real, let's shift our power and our attention to what really matters. And I'm continue being a voice, even if nobody's really listening or whatever. I'm gonna keep putting my vibrations out there as well, because I care enough to say something. I don't feel like I'm wasting my breath, because it's just how I stand. So even if I'm just talking to the walls, then hey, man, I'ma still say something, man. Still got something to say. So that's what it is, man. I love y'all. I really do. I love y'all. Even y'all that's disliking my shit, y'all that likes my shit, whoever, I don't care. I love y'all unconditionally. Does that mean that I rock and I stand with everything that y'all stand for? No, because we different. Even though we connected to oneness, we still different. Because we got different perceptions, experiences, how we see things. Our vibes are different. There's differences. But that don't mean I don't love y'all, though. That don't mean that I'ma build with y'all, but that don't mean I don't love y'all. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. I'm on the way to school. Finna have a productive day, and y'all do the same. One love. Cheers.